Up as promised. Oh yeah, your boy is back. Took a quick nap so I can get back. Now y'all want to talk about Jalen Rose, right? I already know. Y'all want to talk about Jalen. Like, let's talk about Jalen Rose and Ja Morant. And I'm like, all right, well, let's talk about it. What part do you want to talk about? Hmm? What part you really want to talk about? That's what the hood, I swear I love the hood. Because the hood be funny as hell, boy. But I swear to God, they be jumping the gun. Jumping the gun. Dude, if you say two words, boy, the hood is on you, baby. Why? Is Jalen Rose a detective? What's going on? The hood, it went from Ja Morant to Jalen Rose real fast. They have not played the entire interview yet. That's why I was waiting to see if I get to hear the whole interview. But everybody just talking about this and they want my thoughts so bad. I said, well, all right, here's what we'll do. I'll just give you my thoughts on this. And then everyone can make their assessments after the fact when the full one comes out. Here's what I liked. I like the fact he sat down with somebody he trusts to do it. Now let the world know. Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, all these people, the person he trusted that wouldn't betray him in an interview that he felt safe with is Jalen Rose. Oh, it's going to get even more interesting. Just wait for it. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I want you to get it out your mind right now. I'm here to let you know what really went down. This was arranged by the National Basketball Association, ladies and gentlemen. He had to pick someone on ESPN in order to sit down and do the interview with. And Jalen Rose was the person he chose to sit down and do the interview with after leaving the office of the NBA, after taking his legal suspension. Right? Right. Now, after this, the NBA decided, okay, he just met with Adam Silver. Now, you got to sit down. This is already set up. They had the interview set up. They're like, okay, we're going to come in and officially suspend him. He's going to be cleared to come back. Okay, we put him away and gave him some breathing classes for a couple of days. He took those. Now he's going to do this to show people he's improved and did all these things there. And then we can get back to basketball. We can get back to business. Because, see, now The NBA, no, he's still one of the top trending stars of the league. He is somebody who's aesthetically pleasing to watch on TV. You don't mess that up. You got a lot of guys scoring 40, but a lot of them ain't aesthetically pleasing to watch. And nobody's really tuning in to see LeBron lay the ball up. So now you have a situation on your hand that you need to address. And what is that situation, good people? The situation that they need to address is what? It's quite simple. They feel Ja's image has been slanted. So the NBA just wanted to do something to keep him in line. This is a keep in line play, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that transpired with Ja Morant was to keep him in line. Yep, that's what they want you to do. Toe that line, son. Toe that line. That's what we want you to do. We want you to do as you're told. No one told you to go out there and do those things you did. We didn't tell you to do that. Do as you're told. So now he realizes what they want from him. They're in control. He just wants to play ball. He don't want no trouble. So, what do they do next? They do as they always do. They put him on a platform where he can explain his behavior. To explain what I basically have told you from day one. None of these claims that they went through, there's nothing there. The mall incident. So they went down at the mall. They called Ja. And I went there to see if mama was in danger. I left. Nothing happened. Then there was an incident at the school. Well, that's my sister. You know, they called Ja. We go down there. Then I leave. But I realized I shouldn't go down there. Exactly. You can't go down there when you got all this heat on your head. Can't go nowhere. You got to sit down. So the family got to know. Stop calling Ja. Ja ain't the one you need to call. You call Ja. Y'all call Ja. Ja calls Pops. Why ain't nobody calling Pops? Let Pop be the one. Look, I'll punch somebody in the head for you. That's my job now. You stay clean. They're doing all of the dirty things. It's the dirty birdie. Exactly. This is still the story because they want it to be. They don't want it not to be the story. This is exactly what they want. Mass confusion. And now, since I did that video, all of a sudden, notifications aren't flying out the way they're supposed to. Then, all of a sudden, all of these issues start happening with the page. Now it's great. It's always been strange to me. But when you talk, let's say you talk the importance of things, like you say, hey, I'm talking about this because it's important, right? You feel like this is an important thing we need to discuss. So when you looking into it and you look at the generalities of what people are talking about, and you start saying to yourself, man, this is important. Why ain't everybody talking about this? This is something that people need to get behind. This is something that the people need to hear. Why aren't there more people embracing that? It's bizarre to me. So for me, it's always been extremely bizarre that people have moved in the way they have when it comes to certain situations, and they stay numb or silent on cases they should have been vocal on, or you know or should have expressed a little bit more enthusiasm, I feel. Well, you look at what Jalen Rose brings to the table and what everybody else brought to the table, right? And then I want you to say to yourself, I get it. Deuce Wayne, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. The Cash App is Carcino. That's Karceno. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. And here comes an ad for most of us. Oh, now let's get back to cooking. Now, here's what I took from the situation. Jalen Rose did not have to express anything about the gun. The NBA told him to make sure they express something about the gun. These were the most softball questions a human being could ever be asked. Period. It's just the truth. All of these questions were softball. I mean, you'd have thought he was 5 years old, sitting up there in the chair. First off, how are you? I've been to the sports gallery before. I know how it is. Whose gun was it? It's like, is he 5? I mean, I get what he was trying to do. The hood was like, why is he asking him these detective ass questions? Dog, the hood got no chill. I don't know what you thought, but the hood got zero chill. Right away they came in. It was an immediate reaction. The reaction was immediate. There was no middle ground. They were like, Oh, so that's what it is? Bet. The response was swift and accurate. Accurate like Akara. He was like he was wearing a wire. I mean, those line of questioning, he would have worded it another way. Had it been something that he could legally talk about, or that he was in charge of asking when it came down to questioning. Well, the way I look at it, it's quite clear. The NBA wanted to clear that up. The NBA wanted to. Why do you think the whole interview isn't out? They chopped it up in pieces to try to give you something. Now, what kind of human being goes to a damn thing where the guy's teaching them how to breathe for stress and all of this? Somebody go away for what? A week? 7 days. And they go, all right. We feel you've learned your lesson now. You can go. Yeah, you've learned this lesson. Yeah. Good week. Ja's all right. He just keeps up those breathing methods. He'll be fine. So, for Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith, I see Shannon was all up in arms. Skip, I don't understand. For all the things he done been through, and all this stuff from the past summer, and all these events, I just don't know how 12 days. You know why, Shannon Sharpe? You know why Stephen ain't snitched? You know why they can have 12 days or whatever, and then he don't have to go back no more, and he fit to come back? Because they already know it was bull in the first place. He hadn't done nothing. Y'all want him to go to get therapy just because he flashed the pistol in the strip club. That's the only thing he did. Out of all those claims, the only claim he's guilty of is that. Which is stupid. Everybody agreed that was dumb. Nobody defended him. Not even him defending himself. He said it was dumb. He said he made a mistake, which he did. So how much therapy does he need, Mr. Sharpe? Now you've gone from sports analyst to medical expert, a mental medical expert. So you tell me, Mr. Sharpe, what's the appropriate time Ja Morant needs for being innocent of all charges? Anytime they have claimed something on him, they investigated and find out he was innocent. Now the gun ain't his. All these elephants y'all tried to bring in the room, he had to have that gun in the locker room, Skip. No, he didn't. But it didn't stop y'all from creating these false claims on the internet and on y'all, not the internet, on your show on national television. Y'all slandered this man for 10 straight days and counting. Because even though he did this, you know what they saying? Nah, he don't look sincere. What do we need to look sincere about? The only thing he did was risk his career. What should he look sincere about? Was lives lost? He don't look like he's sorry. It's his money. He the only one losing something here. So if he want to look sorry, it's up to him to look sorry, ain't it? People act like he on trial for a double murder or something. He don't look like he even resents what he did. And I'm like, what? Going to the strip club? and recording it on IG? That was his crime. He doesn't look the slightest bit concerned. I mean, why should he be in tears? I went to the shooting gallery, Jalen. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, man, I was having a good time. I started popping bottles. I'm throwing ones all over the room. Then my homeboy, he had a pistol. I just flashed it. I ain't even hold the gun right. You saw that, Jalen. Man, I just did this just to make fun of them because they keep coming up with this old stuff that we didn't prove it in court was false. I was trolling. No, I don't understand. No, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster. That's a bullshit. Man, fuck that job. Fuck Stephen A. I know that's your boy, but fuck that nigga. Oh, I'd have loved that interview. There you go. Go ahead, Super Mama. She working. Cold as hell out there. She want to run. She's like, I'm going to run. There you go. Good work. I mean, what is he going to be emotional about? You know, in the end, all he's losing is about $700,000. That's it. Ja Morant is losing $700,000. All this hoopla. All this, he got dropped by the sponsors. He didn't get dropped by the sponsors. Oh, Ja Morant is done. He's through. Ja Morant's not through. Everybody's getting so up in arms about things they can't control. For no reason. He's losing about $680,000. And people are like, man, he got to be out for 8 more games. No, he's out for 8 consecutive games. He's already been out 6. He'll be back on the 20th. He'll be cleared to play on the 20th. So, what they trying to tell him is, be Steph Curry. That's what we want, son. We want you to be Steph Curry. Can you do that for us, son? Oh, Silver Slipper came right in there and told him, see, what we looking for is a Steph Curry type. We love you, Ja. Oh, they would have nailed Ja to the cross. The NBA would have. But Dreamers Pro brought up a good question. He says, who's after Ja Morant? Because he kind of blames Ja Morant for this. I would love to bring him on and have a debate about it. But Dreamers Pro brought this up. He said, who's after you, Ja Morant? Nobody's after you. You did this to you. But I understand his point. Like, you don't risk and do all that. It's like, yeah, I understood he was trolling. He made a mistake. He's 23. Is somebody going to be perfect at 23? No. All those people who talking has done worse and dumber things. The only person to admit to that was Skip Bayless, which was shocking. Skip said, I done a bunch of dumb stuff when I was at Vanderbilt. And he was like, some of the stuff I did, woo, if that stuff would have got out, it could have ruined me. Skip Bayless is the only one who admitted to that. Stephen A. Smith and all these other people act like they have never done nothing in their damn life. They don't understand how a 23-year-old kid with money could make a mistake. He made the mistake. Nobody, not one person said, well, except for HD. HD, hey, welcome to HD Two Eyes TV, baby. HD is don't care what he did. Somewhere in America, there's a white family with AR-50. They got AR rifles in their house, and they can post stuff online. Why can't Ja? I swear, if he go to jail, if they put him on trial, he need to hire HD as his lawyer. HD ain't buying it. He saw nothing wrong with that whole strip club situation whatsoever. From Ja. Boy. So I was saying everybody except for HD thought like, okay, he shouldn't have flashed the gun on him. He lied. Unlike that white family that had the ARs, they don't play in the NBA. So this is an NBA issue. He violated, the contract, which they had a right. They could have voided his contract, which they weren't going to do. That's too extreme. That's too extreme. But I mean, that's what we're talking about. Mr. Gunner, he basically saying, well, without him, flashing the gun, I don't see nothing wrong. I mean, yeah, well, that's what was wrong. He flashed the gun. That's hilarious. It'd be like looking at a security video going, I don't see nothing wrong with this. Besides of them taking the money out the bank and getting in the car and driving away. And, I don't really see nothing the robbers did in this video. Nobody got mad he was in a strip club. He's like, the strip club part. Who cares about the strip club? Everybody who talking has been in there. You hear Jalen Rose? I've been there. Anybody who go to Denver, Jalen Rose started his NBA career in Denver. He's been in that place plenty of times. That's like the only thing they got out there for like the athletes. The shooting gallery in Glendale, Colorado. Like the Denver Broncos and the Denver Nuggets basically have an account at that place. The strip club part. Like everybody was like, ain't no problem with that. I'm like, nobody saw a problem with that. Well, the thing is, we always wanted to make sure we had the right people in play. And when you don't have the right people in play, more trouble can brew in the horizon. So Ja Morant didn't do a damn thing wrong. So I was glad he was able for the first time address publicly on television about all these claims that people were throwing out there from years past. But they were saying how he shouldn't have been involved in them anyway. Like, you shouldn't have been involved in these. Okay. I would always say to Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, if Ja Morant was a white player, 23 years old, and he made an IG live video in the strip club and he held up a gun, would y'all have this kind of outrage? Would y'all have this same energy? Why does everyone act like they so emotionally attached? That's the only thing I would say. If this was a white NBA player who did this, would the energy be the same? So if the energy wouldn't be the same, and everyone assumed that it would not be the same, why is everyone so emotionally vested? That's the part that blows my mind. Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen is the only one. Hey, Grayson Allen, my homie, baby. I want Grayson Allen to be on the Detroit Pistons. Give us Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen, put us all on the same team. Hey, what's up, KB? Don't forget, y'all, subscribe to Kwame Brown Bus Life 2.0. Yeah, we getting on these clowns, man. I had dropped an explosive video. Gil mad about the video I did just yesterday. He then got so mad, he called them to stop the traffic on the video. I'm like, wow, he stopped the traffic and everything. That video stopped and wasn't getting shared anyway. He gonna be mad he did that. Because it's only gonna get worse for him. He ain't gonna like what I did today. Since he wanna play games behind the scenes, okay. He ain't gonna like that. He just did a video about the NBA referees cheating. Okay. Now, if you're a former NBA basketball player and you're basically getting a pension, I don't think it's wise for you to have other former NBA players sitting on the couch talking about the referees, Tim Donnelly, and it's more referees probably in the league right now cheating, and that they are inflating the points and giving people 40 points a game. I don't think that's something that the league would be very happy about you saying. I called him out because he lied. He went on that man's show and lied and said that he's mad because he lied on the show. He went on that man who interviewed you. You knew that dude didn't know what the hell was going on. He even felt like, wait a minute, are you sure you involved in that trade, Gilbert? Gilbert ain't had nothing to do with the Chris Paul trade. Nothing. Otis Smith and Stan Van Gundy was bouncing your ass out of town. First thing smoking. Nobody wanted you. They had some players they thought they was getting, agent zero, and they got plain zero. That's what it was like. Oh man, the hell we got here? We got a goofy playing around with fireworks and all kind of goofy shit. This is what we got here. So they wanted him out the league. So when the CBA is done, like I told you, you get the amnesty deal. What is an amnesty? An amnesty is when you can void a player's contract, not void it, but you can take it off your books where it won't hurt your salary cap. And you get one of those each CBA approval. When they approve the CBA, collective bargaining agreement, whenever they approve it, this is what happens. So when they do a new CBA deal, it refreshes, every team get one. So they was going to take, and Gil tried to make it look like it was, like they was trying to make a decision. Like they could take either my contract or it could be Turkoglu's. Like either Turkoglu's getting $34 million and putting up way more points in production than you. What the hell they gonna listen to you for? The hell they listening to you for? wanted you out of town. You getting $63 million. He getting 34. What the hell? That ain't no hard decision. We gonna take 34 off the books and hopefully the Lakers take Gil. They took you getting $62 million and you giving them 8 points. Y'all talking about Kwame 6 points. He's 8 points. So you got 8 points out here running his damn mouth. Don't get mad. Don't get mad, Gil. Don't get mad at me. We just telling the truth. I was telling that guy the truth. Gil's a liar, and this proves it. All you got to do is investigate it. All you got to do is research it. Gil calls me a Googler. All he has to do is Google. 8 points, getting cooked, don't play no defense, but got all the mouth. He's a franchise killer. That's what you call him. If you want your team to tank, put him on it. Now, like I said, if you was that man, Gil, once they amnestied you, you could go to any team in the league. You could play for the veteran minimum. You could go, you got 29 other teams you could go to. Not one asked about you. They said, oh, no. Don't want him. Your report card was bad. Nobody wanted you. Attitude problem, locker room cancer. You was all kind of things. Not one. That boy was learning his Chinese. Azuka nut? Azuka nut. Yeah, okay, I got that. Azuka nut. Lord. No, that's Japanese. Okay, I got it. You had to brush up on your Chinese. So he mad about that. You mad about that, Gil. It ain't my fault. That's your career. Uh-oh. Now I rented out a movie theater. I rent out not the whole theater. I ain't Floyd Mayweather. I just rented out one of the theaters in here, one of the movies, so I could watch the premiere to Shazam. Oh, they cussing each other out. White people arguing and scare me. Let me get over here. I ain't used to that. I was finna say, I know, because I got my thing reserved already.
Yeah, no, we just opened up.
All right. Cool. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm all right.
You got everything online? He'll scan you in right.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got everything. I got it right there. So I'm gonna go watch The Fury of the Gods, and then I'll do a movie review on the movie channel. Let y'all know what it is. But I'll have my closing words about Ja. We still haven't seen the entire interview, but the NBA put Jalen Rose up to ask those specific questions. Ja was aware of the talk points. Those are called talk points, people. And what he was doing was leading him to answer these questions. The NBA set all of that up in motion. They were quite aware of everything he was going to say, everything he was supposed to say. Ah, it ain't VIP. It's just you got the money, they got the time. But they knew right away, as soon as he met with David Stern, and I mean not David Stern, well David Stern Jr., who's a shadow of himself, which is Adam Silver. They knew after that they have to do what they call the good smear. Okay, we smeared your career. Now we're gonna try to clean you up by doing this little puff piece. Then we're gonna put out the full interview where you get to explain your side of it, and then it'll be done. He does not have 8 more games. He only has 2 more games. And then on the 20th, he'll be cleared to return. He's already served 6 of the 8. They just made it official and said it's going to be an 8-game suspension in total. They couldn't prove the gun was his or how he even got it there. There's no evidence of him having it in NBA locker room, on the plane, nothing. So you can't charge somebody with something if you can't even prove it. It wasn't his weapon. They couldn't prove it was Ja's weapon. So now that you couldn't prove it's Ja's weapon, you couldn't do any of this, you can't charge the man of anything. So once again, Ja Morant is the Teflon Don. He's not charged. All he's charged with is flashing something done on Instagram. But Shannon Sharp was judge, jury, and commission, and executioner rather, talking about the gun. I'm like, first of all, you don't even know if it's a BB gun. It could be a pellet gun. We don't know if it's a real gun. You don't know if it's his gun. You don't know what he's doing with the gun. He didn't have it like he was shooting it. He was just holding it by the barrel because he was trying to troll, because he's young. He made a mistake. Now, all I said was, if this was anybody else who was white and did the exact same thing, would your energy be the same? Would this energy of attacks be the same? I don't think so. We still don't know what Johnny Manziel did to get himself banned for life by the NFL. Do we? You know how many chances Johnny Manziel got? So it's the energy that we have to change. If you don't change the energy, this is why it's so much toxic behavior in the world. They don't change the energy. They keep throwing fuel in the fire. You're taking the coals and you're just throwing it into the fire. It's what everybody's doing now. And that's why everything's out of control. Because there's no one talking sensibly anymore. And when you find one person that talks common sense, no one wants to listen. If a kid makes a mistake and he learns from it, he's not going to learn if you just keep trying to blast him on national TV, blast him here, blast him there. You're going to cause him to do what? Hurt himself. Why come mental health is important only to, what, a selected few? You got to be woke to have mental health. You see, there's so much craziness in the world. We don't see what's in front of our faces. It's a nightmare out here. Hold on, I got to go through my ticket. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna get something in 1 second. So, school is out. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.